I liked your story.
I'm glad.
But I think you set it up wrong just in the beginning.
Is that so?
Yeah. You said it was a ghost story. It isn't.
No?
It's a love story.
What are you up to?
Hannah's got the day off, it seems.
For real? Nice. How they doing? Perfectly.
Well, I'm happy to add Peter fucking Quint to the tally.
Not a fan, I take it?
You got the right idea. I think it's a teachable moment for him.
I want an actual bloody drink!
No! But this one, this one's got him doing hard labour.
Oh, come on now.
What? Great work, you lot. Keep it up.
They really ought to be in bed.
Don't, Tom.
I'm so sorry. Hey, now, you leave her alone. She can't help it.
Look. I know what it feels like. Feel like you can't. Anyway. Good night.
You alright, Poppins?
Yeah.
It's interesting, though.
Just good night. I could get used to this.
They're maybe a bit too pretty.
It's quite a dress. It does look a bit like you're trying to scandalise the village.
Shepherd's pie's your favourite. So I wanted to bring it to you.
You look. I can scrub up when I need to. How are you still standing?
You promise?
Who the hell knew? Do you know what Poppins? Poppins. 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 Poppins.
Poppins?
Poppins. Poppins. Can always just... So if it's child room and advice you're after, I promise, I don't need you to be my date to Owen's mum's funeral. Okay. Doesn't even know it, which makes it even worse.
Hey, can you help me get this thing off?
Blimey.
Seriously.
Oi! Dead boyfriend! Give it up, mate! It's over! Look, could we just go back to the bit where you were acting mental and I had to talk you down? If I find out you've not been relaxing, there will be serious consequences.
Okay.
Yeah, I like you, but I also like my life the way it is. Nice and boring.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to disrupt that.
Don't touch that. And just desecrate it.
Gotta keep things proper boring, haven't we?
I'm gonna go.
Oh.
I should change my clothes at least. I'll do the washing up from now on. You should anyway.
I had a funeral in my own life not so long ago.
So Dad's underground and Mum's under some bloke and...
Told you about my fiance earlier, didn't I?
And they call my mum a whore. Call the daughter one too.
We were engaged and he died.
Bully her at school, on the streets, even makes its way home.
And sometimes I see him.
And in 67, Louise bolts. She splits.
I've never told anybody that.
And I come home from school to find Mikey. Alone. Screaming his little head off.
We had broken up. I'd broken up, I guess.
I try and take care of him. I'm just a kid. Kids can't raise kids. You forget things. All right, my turn. Lord and Lady Wingrave. Here's Dani Clayton. She's a bit of a weirdo, but she's a lot stronger than she thinks. And if anyone can bring Miles and Flora back to themselves, she can. I'm glad she's here. Don't usually see you this side of the 8 a.m.
Look, there's a pub in Bly, right?
Let's go. We're in your Pratt. What are you doing leaping out on innocent Americans? Meant to be at a funeral. We're all outside, and you're joining us.
Look, I know you're struggling. I see it. I know you're carrying this guilt around. But I also know that you don't decide who lives and who doesn't. It's all right. I help you.
Yeah, well, I knew, I know that you start early on Thursdays.
Sometimes people just need to be alone. You look down there yet?
No sign of Parapet Pete.
The au pair was tired. She'd been tired for so long. Yet without even realizing she was doing it, she found herself taking her own advice that she'd given to Miles. She'd chosen someone to keep close to her that she could feel tired around. Chosen someone who might help her burn away the shadows.
Where are we going? Are you taking me out here to kill me?
Keep talking, I just might.
What about you, Poppins?
No, thank you.
It's all right.
Are you sure? Yes. No, I know. I'm sorry. I'm just being
Realistic?
It's all right.
I thought I'd bring you some coffee.
You Yanks in your coffee.
You might like it.
I don't know, you got your hands full. Did you wake up just for this?
No?
You just wait for me to come back?
No particular reason. Well, I'm gonna be up all night, checking up on her anyway.
Are the kids awake?
No, they're asleep.
So you just got up with the sun? You're cheers.
Cheers. I'm not the best at coffee either.
Tiptoeing around the kitchen, making awful coffee by yourself, just to come say hi at 6 in the morning for no particular reason.
I'm so glad you stayed.
I am too. Poppins, you flirt.
Fine. Thank you.
Did I pinch her?
No, I'm sorry.
You sure about that? Because every time I think you might be sure, you've got this irritating habit of jumping back like you've just seen a scary bug.
Jamie?
You were just telling me, literally telling me that you weren't up for this.
I don't like the way we left it.
And how did we leave it?
Wrong. I wanted to start doing something right, so I thought I'd start with coffee.
Here you go.
Hello.
Any chance for brew?
I'll make tea.
No.
You're the coolest.
How are you feeling? Oh my god, you got into the makeup.
It's story time.
Oh, good story time.
The kids have been a little strange lately. Everything's been a bit strange, really. Flora? Flora! Hey!
I'm sorry. I'm having a bit of a moment.
Oh, it's all right. We just want to make sure that you're okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take her to a doctor in the morning.
She needs a psychologist.
Will you visit us?
Depends on where you're going. Would you want to get a drink? Away from the house, away from all this, and see where that takes us.
You know I live above that pub, right? Told you that already, didn't I?
This is the best news. I'm so happy for you both.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you. The kids,
Already taken care of.
I got things handled here. You go and enjoy yourselves.
To Hannah.
to Hannah.
This one, special.
Wow, that's beautiful.
It's a moonflower. This plant only blooms 2 months a year, and only at night. Sometimes, once in a blue goddamn moon, I guess, someone like this moonflower just might be worth the effort. It's all its beauty lies, you know. The immortality of the thing.
You said a moonflower?
Yeah.
They're really rare, you know.
These flowers will be dead by morning. And tomorrow night, new buds will bloom, and then they'll die. 3 weeks, this entire plant will be dead. And in the spring, I'll have to plant a whole new moonflower.
That's a lot of work for a flower that only blooms once.
It's what people feel like to me. Exhaustive effort, very little show for it. All of them? All of them. Even you. Even me. Especially me. Nice and boring.
Gotta keep things proper boring, haven't we? That could be kind of boring, right?
Could be dreadfully boring.
You and me could get a boring old drink in a boring old pub.
Got a little flat right above the boring little pub. Maybe Poppins might fancy a little boredom.
The au pair could not remember the last time she'd slept this well.
Well, I'll be back in a few hours. Poppins, you alright?
Jesus.
What happened? I thought he was Peter Quint.
I'm not going to ask if you're alright, because I don't like being lied to. So what's wrong? How's your week been?
It's been okay.
What's on?
I don't know.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm good.
What's going on? Are you okay? What happened?
You could come back.
Tonight?
Yeah, tonight.
Take care. Be safe.
That's the thing about adventures. You're not meant to know. Let's have the fun.
If you keep driving north, it looks pretty rural. There's lots of green. I'm not sick of you. At all. I'm actually pretty in love with you, it turns out.
Want me to keep stirring?
Yeah, see if you can salvage it.
You're my best friend, and I love my life.
The days turned to months, the months to more. And before the au pair knew it, a year had passed. 1 year became 2. And from 2 it spread into an endless time.
A lot of regulars now, which is nice. They'll come in and I'll have their order ready. You made a place that people like to come back to.
Nice. And no one's lodged any complaints about the name.
Okay, it does get the occasional eye roll, but I'll never forget.
And it's so clear then how people aren't worth it. But plants, you pour your love and your effort and your nourishment into them. And you see where it goes. You watch them grow. And it all makes sense.
What happened there then?
Found it on the street. Wanted to save it.
While we were walking to school, I get down on one knee and I asked her to marry me. And she turned me down.
I don't know, I don't think we have to go so crazy with it.
For a second, I thought you were going to say you didn't want to get married at all.
Well, there's your problem. Your roots.
I should have said something sooner.
Yeah, you think?
I didn't want to hurt you.
Dani, why is there...
Here's the thing. I know we can't technically get married, but I also don't really care. I could just stick it out, and eventually I would feel how I was supposed to. We can wear the rings and we'll know. That's enough for me. If it's enough for you.
I reckon that's enough for me, yeah.
This angry, empty, lonely beast. She's waiting. At some point, she's gonna take me. It's not the first time I've seen things that aren't there.
Is he here now?
You want company?
What did you see?
Okay. I'm crazy.
I think you're surprisingly sane and considerate.
While you wait for your beast in the jungle, do you want company?
Okay. It's gone. You alright?
Jesus!
Ethan?
Oh! Hey, I thought you left a while ago.
Made it halfway home and I thought, rough day. You're about done up here.
I got distracted.
We could have so many more years together. Dani, we could have so many more years.
And I don't know how much time we have left. But however much it is, I'm gonna spend it with you.
In that instant, the spell that Violet had cast over Bly was broken.
Oh, and this place is so beautiful.
Thank you.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. You're still
hard-headed.
here. You're here. Look, you're doing great. You're doing great.
Thank you.
Hey, stand down, Poppins. Honestly, you don't have to go if you don't want to.
Really?
Said as much.
I think we should plan, you know, on Christmas. It's a ways away.
One day at a time. Dani. Dani. It's okay. It's okay. And there will be other nights.
You promise?
Promise.
Well, the cue is shite. I've got it. Our union is officially civil. I'll marry her again when we can.
If you can't feel anything, then I'll feel everything for the both of us.
Keep the days in the fridge.
Take a shot. Why not?
All that's left is the shape of it. Bly was their summer home.
One day at a time is fine by me, but I'm just really hurt. One day at a time. One day at a time is what we've got. It's what everybody's got when you get down to it.
Accept that. Maybe I should just accept that and go.
No. We're gonna be okay. You can't think the worst, right? We don't know what this means. No one is going anywhere. Okay? Let's get back. Another night, maybe. Another time, maybe. Who the hell knew? It's all good.
Fairly in an impartial court.
There were other nights, and there will be other nights.
You think that's where we're gonna go first?
The au pair knew the moment had come. The beast had lurked indeed, and the beast, at its hour, had sprung. And she could not risk the most important thing, her most important person, not for one more day.
Sometimes, no matter what I did. She was gone long before she died, and I miss her. She was my anchor, and then I suppose she was my burden.
I'd be relieved though. Losing yourself like that, being worn away a little bit every day.
I'd say, just let them be. Let them live their lives the way they should, without anything hanging over them.
Just shoot me. Put me out of my misery. It's not fair on anyone.
They deserve that. We all do.
The gardener said the words she'd heard those years ago. She willed it with everything she had. You, me, us. Take me with you, she cried in her heart. Take me, drag me down like you did the others. But the lady in the lake was different now. The lady in the lake was also Dani. And Dani wouldn't. Dani would never. In fact, no one would ever be taken again. And no one has been taken to this day.
You're not dying, you know.
What do you mean?
When Mum and Dad died, I thought I was going to die too. I was sure of it.
To truly love another person is to accept that the work of loving them is worth the pain of losing them.
But then I thought it only felt like dying. Because actually, I was still alive. You have to be to feel that way. I wasn't dead. It's just really, really sad.
For all of her days, leaving the only trace of who she once was in the memory of the woman who loved her most. For the rest of her days, the gardener would gaze into reflections, hoping to see her face, her own lady in the lake. She'd leave a door open at night, just a crack, should she ever come back, waiting for her lover to return.
But then I learned the secret. I didn't even need to be sad anymore. Dead doesn't mean gone. So, you don't need to be sad.